Welcome back to GWeek.
Glad to see you back for another episode.
Today, we'll be looking at a recent visit from Kanye West, a day in the life of a GW Spirit intern, and of course, that great World Series win for the Nationals.
We'll also catch you up on the most recent GW scandal and tell you about news from abroad. Stay tuned. This is an episode you won't want to miss.
Welcome to the show. I'm Jessica Nix.
And I'm Julia Albert.
Kanye West made a surprise visit to campus on October 14th. The night before, GW announced that West would be holding a listening party for his new album in Lisner Auditorium, and the event would be free to students who waited in line. Students camped out overnight outside of Lisner, and on the day of the event, students flooded Kogan to get a glimpse of West. Kim Kardashian and the pair's children also came for the performance. West not only performed music from the new album, but he also showed the documentary component that accompanies the album.
This week, half of the executive board of College Democrats, the largest political group on campus, resigned. In a statement released on Tuesday, October 29th, the organization explained that the resignations were due to, quote, a willful omission of ballots when tallying the votes of the freshman representative election. The organization has announced plans to reform its executive board and is committed to take measures to ensure that election fraud will not occur again.
With the buzz of the 2020 presidential election growing every day, there has been a lot of conversation surrounding voting rights. Former Attorney General Eric Holder came to GW to talk about gerrymandering and voter suppression laws. Reporter Eva Grossman has the story.
Tonight, October 23rd, Mother Jones reporter Ari Berman and former Attorney General Eric Holder held a conversation on the current state of voting rights in America. Holder spoke a lot about voter suppression and what young people can do. He works with the National Democratic Redistricting Committee in an effort to avoid partisan gerrymandering.
Positive change is not promised, There's no guarantee of positive change. It only happens when an energized American people demand it and then work for it.
What advice do you have for GW students who want to get more involved in protecting our vote?
Well, I think that what students need to do is try to identify organizations that are engaged exactly in that process. And there are a lot of good organizations that really all around the country are trying to make sure that people's right to vote is protected. So I think, just getting online and finding organizations that are doing that kind of work and then submitting an application. But I think that's a really good thing for young people especially to be involved in. Young people who are physically capable, mentally aware, and really committed to making sure that everybody has the right to vote.
After the event, we spoke with some students who had attended. So what did you think about tonight's event?
It was very informational. Eric Holder is very well spoken, obviously. He gave a lot of good information about the event, about protecting our vote, and also the importance of speaking out against gerrymandering and how much of an impact it has on if we speak out.
And what can we as young people do in the future to protect our vote?
Based on what I learned tonight, I think we can be more active in encouraging people our age to vote, like encouraging our peers. There are also a lot of opportunities through GW Votes to encourage people to vote. And I think we can be more proactive about encouraging people from our home state specifically to be proactive in looking at voter registration dates as well.
For GWeek, I'm Eva Grossman.
Thanks, Eva. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Universities like George Washington play a critical role in hosting debate and discourse on events of the day.
The right answer is not to refuse the other. The right answer is not to say, get rid of this religion. It's not part of us. It's wrong.
I think that the story of America is the story of race. So when I think of the questions that I'm asking or the stories that I'm going to write, I'm thinking, okay, well, what are we learning about our country?
Well, I think the likelihood of him being indicted is close to 100%. There was a lot of hurdles that had to be cleared in order for that to happen.
One of the reasons that Donald Trump is president is because there is such a frustration with the way that Washington functions.
Sympathy is one thing, but empathy is the language of recovery, and it's something that's without a doubt instilled into every person that's in recovery.
It's never lead with the positive, it's always lead with the perceived negative.
Well, that is part of the problem. I mean, I actually would agree with you on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. One of the things that We have seen that is most under siege in this country is the notion of civil discourse, and we here at GW, among other things, very much want to stand for that.
This is truly an only at GW moment.
Welcome back.
The Trump Organization is looking to sell the D.C. branch of the Trump Hotel in the face of complaints about the president making profits while in office. The business is looking to receive $500 million from the deal, making it one of the biggest deals of its kind, according to the Wall Street Journal.
With basketball season rapidly approaching, reporter Izzy Angeli had the opportunity to interview GW Spirit intern Rachel Sims on what it's like to work within GW Marketing and Promotions. Follow along for a day in the life.
Hi, I'm Izzy Angeli reporting for GWeek, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Rachel Sims, a Spirit intern here at GW. With basketball season finally approaching, we followed Rachel for a day in the life of what it's like to have her quirky job and how she brings Spirit to GW's campus.
Hi, I'm Rachel Sims. I'm a Spirit intern and I work under Kate Southall, and as a member of the GW cheer team, I got involved helping out and around the office with her. There is no really average workday, so I could be bringing things to the Smith Center or counting how many uniforms we have, or I could be creating and printing marketing posters or putting stickers on mugs. It just really depends what's going on that day and what events are coming up. I really enjoy just how it's so different, and I love that I'm always interacting with different people. Like today I was running around getting signatures from different offices around the Smith Center to promote our tailgate and make sure we could actually block off the street. So I'm learning a lot about what it actually is like to be in marketing and promotions and like the best way to do that. Sometimes you just really have no idea what you're doing. For example, we got like this order of championship rings for some high school, and like they obviously aren't ours. So my job is to find out, where they were supposed to go to make sure that we're not builds for them. And it's just kind of things like that like there's no script or like set way to do it, and you just kind of have to figure it out. It's really cool because I've seen a bunch of faces of people that work in the office at games before, but now I actually have a connection with them, or I at least know their names, so I can talk to them at games and I know a little bit more about what they do and how they plug in. And I usually see them walking around campus anyways, so it's definitely made the community a little bit tighter. I've worked really closely with Georgia's Army this semester, so I'm really excited to see our student section this year. Georgia's Army is the official student section of GW Athletics, so it's just a bunch of kids that go out, they have special signs, they have special gear, and they get rowdy in the student section. All the teams work really hard, they've all got awesome new Adidas gear, and the Smith Center is revamped, so there's no reason to not come out to a game.
A day in the life of a Spirit intern at GW is time-consuming and takes dedication, but it's still a whole lot of fun. So the next time you're at a basketball game, remember all the hard work that went into bringing the pep to GW. Reporting for GWeek, this is Izzy Angeli.
Thanks, Izzy. Mario Brothers creator received Japan's highest honor, the Person of Cultural Merit Award, on November 3rd for his contribution to Japanese culture and industry. Mario Brothers has been a popular video game not only in Japan, but also across the globe for many decades now.
Smorgasbord DC in Navy Yard hosts over 20 food vendors from the DMV area every Saturday. From barbecue brisket sandwiches to vegan donuts, the event has something for everyone. The weekend of October 26th marked their last gathering for this season. Reporter Brooke Witherford has the story.
We are here at Smorgasburg, D.C. in Navy Yard, and we are here to talk to local vendors on the last Saturday of the season.
I'm really sad that it's the last one. That's why I made sure that I was going to be able to come out today. And the culture here is really great. We trade with a lot of the other vendors, so I've been able to try every single other food, and it's a really great time. Everyone's really friendly. The food is really good.
Smorgasburg is home to many vendors and provides a great opportunity for local businesses to reach a wider audience and introduce people to new cuisine.
It's just nice to have a lot of different things in one place on a Saturday. Yeah. I think a lot of these places have food trucks, and I don't always want to go at lunchtime at work, so it's nice to get to leisurely look around at all the food.
So we make Vinis. They're vegan sausages. Everything is all gluten-free, soy-free, animal-free. We have 3 different flavors: Italian, buffalo, Jamaican, so progressively more spicy. Our whole goal is to just get more people to try our foods. So this is being a smorgasbord, lets us do that.
Smorgasburg has a variety of vendors ranging from barbecue to vegan baked goods to Asian-inspired cuisine.
Yeah,
Smorgasburg has helped us by giving us an opportunity every Saturday to make extra money. You know, I wish it was a little busier, but it's the first year, and they're trying to build. So, you know, it's going to get better and better each year. So today's the last day, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be back next year soon in spring. So make sure y'all come back and check us out, all right?
Reporting for GWeek, I'm Brooke Witherford.
Thanks, Brooke. We'll be right back when GWeek continues.
Raise high. This isn't just our battle cry. It's our call, our challenge. Because when you were called to Washington, you were called to higher expectations, to a higher standard. We are called here to advance knowledge, to serve society, to change the world. Is that too lofty? Too aspirational? Is it simply too much to expect? Not if your classroom is a Smithsonian, the IMF, or on the doorstep of the Supreme Court. Not if you have access to the most hallowed institutions and formidable leaders. Not if you are given the tools to change minds, shape laws, influence entire fields of study, advance our way of life, change the course of history. From the nation's capital to the four corners of the earth, to far below the surface and far beyond our atmosphere. Here, unique opportunities, the ones that many people work much of their lives to get, are within your reach from the moment you arrive. This is where you find new pathways for preventing global epidemics, where your unexpected friend propels a new scientific movement forward. This is where you push forward as a team to break records and reach new heights. Where your classroom is 68 square miles of the most consequential land on Earth. This is where you will make it happen. This is the George Washington University, and what we make is history. So stand up, be bold, take risks, press on, push harder, raise high.
Welcome back. Chilean President Sebastián Piñera canceled the Global Apex Summit scheduled for December 2nd through 13th this week due to political unrest and protests against the government. Piñera explained that the government needed to prioritize, quote, reestablishing public order.
On October 26th, at just after 9 a.m., President Trump addressed the nation from the White House, announcing that ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was killed in a special operations raid in northwest Syria. Baghdadi detonated a suicide vest after U.S. military dogs chased him to the end of a tunnel. The president reported that there were no U.S. deaths during the mission. This announcement came just hours after the president tweeted Saturday night, quote, something very big has just happened, prompting speculation and chatter throughout the country.
On October 11th, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo issued a statement saying that the United States did not give a, quote, green light signal for Turkey to launch attacks on Kurdish troops in Syria. President Trump, however, sent mixed messages, leading the Turkish government to believe otherwise. Our reporter Caroline Den took a closer look at the conflict.
Hi, I'm Caroline Dean with GWTV's GWeek, reporting on United States dealings in Turkish-Syrian conflict this October. This issue facing war-torn Syria was announced after President Trump finished a phone conversation with Turkish President Erdogan. The statement read that, quote, Turkey will soon be moving forward with its long-planned operation into northern Syria, and that the United States Army will not be involved in this operation in any way. This operation, nicknamed Operation Peace Spring, is an ongoing cross-border military operation between the Turkish Armed Forces and the Syrian National Army. On October 6, 2019, President Trump ordered American troops to leave Syria, where they had been aiding Kurdish allies.
Other people can control the border of Syria, frankly, and Turkey, let them, they've been fighting for 1,000 years. Let them do the border. We don't want to do that. We want to bring our soldiers home.
This conflict has resulted in the deaths of more than 70 Syrian citizens and 20 in Turkey. Human rights violations have been reported. Trump's decision to pull troops from Syria was opposed by government officials on both ends of the political spectrum, worrying that without American involvement, Syria will fall to Russian, Iranian, and Turkish control. The president later issued many contradictory tweets and statements on where he stands on this issue. He first said, quote, we will fight where it is to our benefit and only fight to win. But later that day, he tweeted, cautioning that he would, quote, destroy and obliterate the economy of Turkey if they continue to launch attacks on Syria. Confusion and unrest still lies over this issue, and President Trump has yet to form a solidified opinion on what to do in this situation. Reporting for GWeek, I'm Caroline Dean. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Caroline.
On October 3rd, the European Union's top court determined that member countries can demand Facebook to take down content posted beyond said member country's border. The European Union's Court of Justice said that Facebook can be forced to remove defamatory or illegal content from the platform. Stay with us for more after a short break.
Hi, Colonials. Did you know there are hundreds of ways for you to volunteer with GW? Each year, over 1,500 alumni, parents, and friends contribute thousands of hours to make our community stronger. There are countless ways you can volunteer, so it's easy to choose an opportunity that is most meaningful to you, like connecting with students and alumni based on your student involvement, identity, or personal interests, getting involved with your local alumni network, mentoring a current student via our online mentoring platform, connecting with prospective students through undergraduate admissions opportunities, serving on an industry network leadership council, becoming a social media ambassador. The list goes on. No matter where you are in the world or how much time you have to give, you can connect and volunteer with GW. And the best part, it's easy to get involved. Just visit alumni.gwu.edu/volunteer to learn more about these and other opportunities. Because of your service to GW, you are able to make a direct impact on the lives of former, current, and future students. We look forward to working with you. Raise high.
Welcome back to the show.
On October 29th, the 33rd annual high heel race took place on 17th Street. Originally started in the 80s by a group of 25 drag queens, the event drew thousands of visitors and residents, including D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. The high heel race is the second largest LGBTQ event in D.C.
The app 20 Tables brought affordable meals to campus and with a variety of food trucks in Potomac Square beginning October 29th. For every meal served, 20 Tables donates a meal to hungry and food-insecure individuals in the Washington area. The participating food trucks are having promotional deals for their first few weeks of opening, so be sure to check them out.
The Washington Nationals made it to the World Series, and fans across the district have been rooting for both the Nationals and the Astros. After 7 games and plenty of back and forth, the Washington Nationals took the World Series. Reporter Abby Cole took to the streets to talk to fans outside of Nationals Park.
Hi, my name is Abby Cole. I'm here with GWTV at Nationals Park, and we're here for the 4th game of the World Series.
We took to the streets outside the ballpark to ask Nats and Astros fans about their reactions to their team qualifying for the World Series and what they love about baseball.
My first thought when the Nats were going to the World Series, I couldn't really believe it. I don't think anyone really did until the final out was made, and then here we are. So,
I've been a Nats fan since yesterday.
My first thought when I learned the Nats, well, I was here for that game, and so my first thought was, it's about damn time. I was through the roof.
I was really excited because I really want them to win so that we have a parade, because I want to go to a parade.
Amongst fans, Juan Soto is a favorite player this season.
My favorite player is Soto because he's hot.
Juan Soto because he's younger than my younger brother, and that blows my...
Juan Soto because he is doing a lot at 21.
Probably Juan Soto, but my other would be Ryan Zimmerman because he's been a lifer and he's a Wahoo.
Jose Altuve. Why? Because it's signed, baby. It's signed.
If there's one thing that people in DC can all get behind, it's baseball.
My favorite part about baseball is the tradition, the family aspect. For my family, it's about the only religion my family can agree on. So it goes back all the way since I was a kid. So it's ingrained into me and into my family. And it's the memories of my grandfather.
When they hit a home run, that's my favorite part.
Home runs are sweet.
The popcorn.
My favorite part about baseball is honestly, if you ever watched a real baseball movie, what is it? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I love baseball all day long.
For GWTV, I'm Abby Cole here at Nationals Park.
Thanks, Abby.
I'm just so excited the Nationals won. It's just such an exciting time to be in DC, and the energy here is just amazing.
I know, it was incredible. I wasn't sure they were going to pull it off, and then they did, and it was just an absolutely historic win.
And it's the parade is going to be so much fun, and that'll be a fun thing to go to.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Me too. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. We hope you feel more informed about our campus, DC, and what's going on abroad.
As always, check us out at gw-tv.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on GWeek.